and the masters of the universe.
Hey Yesterland fans, I'm Neal and welcome back to another episode of the Toys That Made Sense here on Yesterland Toys. Hey guys, I apologize. I've been out of the works for about 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I came down with a pretty bad viral infection. I was pretty sick, so I apologize for my content being delayed, but I had to get better to the point where I felt good enough to make a video. So without further ado, over the last 2 weeks, it has been crazy in the Mattel creations world. And I put out an Instagram message right when I was, sick and all that. And I was giving my last 2 cents on the Eternia playset. And everybody's got a bazillion opinions on it. And I've even chimed in on it. And I don't really want to beat that like a dead horse. But at the end of the day, hey, if it's what makes you happy, go get it. Don't worry about the price. If that's what you want, go get it. And I'm going to leave that right there. As far as that, though, we have got a plethora of announcements, right? Mattel's come out with the Road Ripper, or I think they're calling it the Ground something now, with the Mecha-Neck. It's going to be a 2-pack. It's coming out next year. I'll throw it up here in a second. And then we're getting, we got our first announcement on Wave 11 and all the deluxe figures. So, guys, big stuff from Mattel coming out in 2023. And, but before we go any further, let's say happy birthday to the Masters of the Universe universe. So happy birthday, Mattel, or Masters of the Universe. Happy birthday, He-Man, Skeletor, all the guys out there in the wonderful world of MOTU on achieving 40 years and continuing to go strong with the line. So thank you very much for continue this going on. And I can't wait, guys. Now, I have only one. I didn't get the 40th Skeletor. I just really didn't like the way he looked. I hate to say it, but that Filmation and that Classics Skeletor to me looks probably one of the best Skeletors to date, outside of the 5.5 original. Other than that, I really didn't want to get him. I had no desire for him, but I did get our boy He-Man. That's right. I got our 40th anniversary He-Man, and I'm looking forward to digging into this. So without further ado, sit back, grab your favorite beverage and snack, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, so here we go. I've got He-Man here in studio. So let's go over the box content, let's go over the figure, and then let's get him out of here. So here we go. He-Man in box. We get the 40th anniversary sticker up at the top. 30 points of articulation. Get this nice Masterverse decal or writing coming off the top of the box here. Get this beautiful window of He-Man and showing what he looks like and how he's posed in there. Masters of the Universe. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Mattel insignia, age 6+. Basic and simple. Nothing really creative on the box side other than, it's the typical Masters of the Universe graphic of the red rock blowing out. We see the planet there in the background. And then we get around to the back side with this great illustration of He-Man and Battle Cap. It's pretty uniform, straight on. He-Man's coming in with that battle axe holding his shield, and we get this picture of Skeletor down here in the bottom. So let's just read the little passage real quick. 40 years ago, Mattel created Masters of the Universe, a world of space and sorcery, of fantasy and technology, and He-Man, the hero who inspired children to discover the power within themselves. And then we get Mattel here that says, empowering the next generation through play. Got a nice graphic up here of Castle Grayskull. Looks like we got this fog mist coming out of the front door area, the mouth area. Get some planets up here in the background, and that's it, man. We know by looking at it, that's He-Man and Skeletor there and Battle Cat. On the side again, nothing much, just that red rock blowing out. and then we get all the legal mumble jumble on the barcodes. So looking at him right now in there, I really like the way they displayed him in this box. They used a good amount of the window to give us that image of He-Man. We know it's He-Man, so there's no question or no doubt there. I do have some reservations, and I'll go into that now with the figures. So, as I like to do on some of these, I like to buy doubles. I already picked him up as well in a double buy, and I have He-Man here now, the 40th out of package. So, let's just get right to the cons on it. The one thing that I'm not very fond of, I wasn't too keen on, I don't mind the shading, but I don't really care for the shading they did on the face. I don't mind the shading around the cheek areas, but it's something about this shading up here on the forehead. I don't know. It's just throwing me off. So I need to figure out if I can tone that down a little bit. Maybe it's just the lighting, you know, when you turn it a certain way, then it kind of disappears. But then when you come back, you can kind of see it there. So other than that, that's really the only, you know, gripe that I have about this. I was a little worried how the legs were going to come up and meet here with the line. It's, you know, it's noticeable, but it's not that bad. But with posability and, you know, however you need to do it, you can't go wrong there, I guess. Other than that, man, I'm really satisfied with this character. He weighs pretty decent. He's got some decent amount of girth there to hold him down. He's very posable right out of the box. I had no issues with him when I pulled him out. I mean, he comes with 3 accessories. He comes with this battle axe here. Now, there's not very much detail to it other than the way it was tooled and the design on it. I mean, we can see there's some battle axe damage on the end, which is cool. It gives it a neat touch. But other than that, it kind of gives me a 3D print feel. And then we get into his sword. It's very lightweight. It's got a clear gloss to it. I would have rather see them, excuse me, I dropped the sword. I would have rather seen them put some more effort into it, make it a little bit more, you know, give it a little bit more pizzazz for being the 40th. Mine came warped and all that. I've tried bending it back. And so for purposes, I just post it in his back there. I just reverse it the other way so it takes kind of some of the tension off. And then we get his shield. And his shield is, I mean, it is what it is. It's really nothing to write home about. As soon as you see it with that classic orange, you know it's He-Man's shield. But I mean, these accessories kind of give me a 3D printed feel. I would have liked to see Mattel put a little bit more effort in for the 40th, but I guess this is what we got to deal with. I mean, maybe some guys can do some custom works and start putting some imagery out of what they can do. But other than that, it's He-Man. I am happy. I love it. It looks awesome. We get his nice chest piece here. I mean, Mattel took the quality control in time. There's not really any overpainting or anything like that. The harness fits just nice on He-Man. He-Man does not have any nipples, so if you're wanting your He-Man to show nipples, you're just gonna have to figure out how to build it yourself, I guess. Starting from the foot rocks up and down, as you can tell, spins side to side on the boot at the calf for posability and direction of which way you want your feet for your He-Man to pose. He bends at the knee. These bent very nicely out of package. No pins. We can see that shading in the legs there now. His thighs do twist out. I'm telling you right now, though, but if you twist them a certain way, it's going to have that line pattern off and it's going to look a little funky. I would have rather not seen that, but it is what it is. The loincloth is attached permanently. He's got some brown underwear on under there. Obviously, He-Man's probably wearing underoos. And then moving up to the abdomen, he rocks on a ball joint up and down. That's about as far over as He-Man can bend. And that's about as far back He-Man can bend. That's about it. And that's because he's bending at the knee there. Moving up to the arms, that's where He-Man bends at the elbow. You can move his biceps, turn them on that. It's like a ball joint itself, 360 around. His hands do spin. And you do get a couple extra set of hands. I have them put away for now. They're basic, generic, just hands. One's an open hand and the other one's closed. You can reverse this or place it, you know, the open hand on the left and then the closed hand on the right for, you know, a punch, you know, punch action mode or however you want to do it. And then He-Man on the head part here, he swivels side to side, 360, looks up and down. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's He-Man. So let's do some measurements, let's do some comparisons, and let's have some fun. Oh yeah, one thing I noticed when I was messing with him, I had to get that bicep just right, or the shoulder just right again, in order to bring that arm down. If not, it's like cocked up, stuck in the air. And I get it, it's supposed to be for the shield, he's holding it, but you can get it right again to kind of bring it down. And I just got to figure out how I did that. I think, yeah, I can't remember how I did it, but his arm basically kind of sticks out. So, comparisons time. Let's go ahead and adjust the camera here a little bit. And He-Man here stands roughly, He-Man's standing roughly at about, let's see, about 7¼ inches. And then moving him off to the side and then bringing in the Masterverse Revelations He-Man, standing in at roughly 7 inches. We got our classic 5.5 He-Man here. Whoop. Sorry, Revelations He-Man. Now mine kind of stands a little, whoops, he's dropped his shield there. I don't know why mine's being a pain in the butt right now. Oh, there we go. And obviously, it looks like I'm going to have to hold him up here. So he stands at a classic 5.5. And then we've got the Origins He-Man here. And he stands at his 5.5, guys. So we've got all our different He-Man, all our different variations. I don't have any of the classics or 2000 or any of the earlier He-Man or any of the later He-Man in the 80s line. I didn't get into those. I didn't care for them. Looks like my He-Men are having a problem here, so I'm just going to set them back here for now. And let's do some comparisons with this new 40th He-Man riding on Battle Cat. So bringing Battle Cat in now. I'll tell you, one of the things that I was concerned about was I really wanted to see if he was going to sit well on this Battle Cat. Now he does. He looks good, but I don't like the way his leg posability is, if you will, on the harness of Battle Cat. I didn't care for the way it came out, and I think a lot of it's because of the way he bulges off Battle Cat. I think the proportion size is correct. It's spot on when you compare them side by side. I think it looks good, but other than that, when he sits on him, you have to really bend those knees, and his legs kind of flare out, if you will. They kind of flare out there, and I'm just going to take that off. And as you can tell, You can see how his legs kind of flare off to the side, which is not, and it's not too bad. It looks like he's, you know, he's riding into battle and all that. Something about it, I wish it would have just sat a little bit better on the harness. And you can tell he's kind of elevated off the harness. Unlike the Masterverse He-Man that's supposed to go on it, you know, he fits I think it has something to do with the thighs. He fits a little bit better on it. And, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep this going too much longer. I'll do one little quick little display here. And let me move the camera back here a little bit. I'm sorry, I keep messing with the camera here today, but let's get these He-Men on their Battle Cat here. I also want to get these other Battle Cats into the picture. So let's get our classic Battle Cat there with our classic 5.5 He-Man. And then we're going to bring in He-Man Origins and Battle Cat. We've got them there. And then we'll just stick old Masterverse He-Man right here up in front. So guys, this is my He-Man, some of my He-Man collection. I've got a few more in the collection, but you know, I'm happy with it. I like how I do like how he sits up there on that Battle Cat. I wish it would have sat a little bit better. But anyways, without further ado, guys, this video's gone on long enough. I appreciate you tuning in. As always, you can follow me all over my social media platforms. And guys, until next time, I'll see you in Yesterland.